Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Jesslyn. I'm here with a lot of the Scent Sluts from our Scent Sluts group. It's called Scent Sluts and Faux if you're not a member. But thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to do a marketing and branding class, and we're going to go ahead and take it away and get started. Whoop, whoop. All right, everyone. So like I said, if you don't know me, my name is Jesslyn Noel, and my husband is Anthony McCallum. We are both the owners of Scent Sluts and RetroGlow. We started this journey when COVID happened. So I'm going to talk a little bit about us really quick, and then we're going to get into all the fun stuff. So there's our RetroGlow and there's Scent Sluts. So about us, we started and met in 2016. We did a long distance relationship. We actually met in Florida, and Anthony got a job with Fiat Chrysler and moved up to Michigan. And 8 months later, because I was a teacher, I kind of followed him up here, and this is how we started our journey in Michigan. And during COVID, we decided to upstart RetroGlow, and Scent Sluts came along because I was obsessed with scents and I bought a ton of them, and I posted a group, oh, I'm such a scent slut. And everyone just went goo-goo over it. So I said, oh my gosh, I'll create a group. And it kind of turned into this awesome community of helping each other. And like, why not help each other? I mean, we're all here to grow, and there's enough money out there for everyone. And we all have different clienteles, demographic, way we design things. So we're just here to help one another. There you go, about Jesslyn. So what qualifies me just to teach this today? So some little stuff that I have done in the past. I have been a middle school theater teacher. 4 years ago, I did that and I absolutely loved it. I also was an artistic director for a 501c3, which is a nonprofit community theater. And I worked there for over 15 years, but I did that the past 5 years. And then I also have worked for the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Detroit Red Wings, which is my current job, as I am a guest experience manager for the sports and entertainment industry. Currently, I have been furloughed because of the climate of COVID and everything. So that's what led me to RetroGlow. And I am beyond thrilled because I always felt like something was missing in my life, especially after teaching. And this group and being your own owner has allowed so much freedom. So we're looking at building our brand, and some people might just be doing this as a side hustle, and hey, heck yeah, side hustle it up, a little extra cash, travel fund, whatever you want to do. Anthony and I are trying to make this a career because we eventually want to hop in a fifth wheeler and just travel around the world and do vendor shows. That is our plan. So hobbies I like are musical theater, sports and entertainment, traveling, and of course I love my bright lipstick, iced coffee, and mermaids and things like that. So yep, that's a little bit about me. But now let's delve into the good stuff. There we go, building your brand. Okay, so building your brand. So even if you've already started your brand, have your name, these are always good tools to revamp. So we're gonna start off with choosing your name. So your name is the first thing people see. So do they recognize it? Do you set yourself apart? The way I did RetroGlow, honestly, I always wear lipstick. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got like the similar color lipstick on as my logo. So I feel like it describes me. I have always been known in high school, I was wearing lipstick like all the time. I was like the only girl rocking the bright red lipstick. So I have always been known as a lipstick girl. So even though it doesn't necessarily pertain to what I'm making, like that's what I'm known for. And I just really like it. Like it fits me. So how does your brand represent you? So are you doing all natural things? Are you doing luxury? So you really need to fine tune what you want your brand to be and what you want it to look like. I also am starting to, as you can kind of see, streamline my theme along from even my RG right there. I'm hoping that it'll turn into something that people will just see, like the Target. People just see the Target for Target brand. And I just want it to be RG because RetroGlow gets kind of long and there's a lot going on. But I'm also trying to streamline my brand into Scent Sluts. That's why I kind of put the color behind it so it can kind of just streamline. So it looks like I am all the same brand, no matter if you go to my website. And I hope that kind of makes sense. That's why I put those up. Easy to remember. So is your name easy to remember? Some people have names that, I'll just use my name, for example, Kostopoulos. That's my maiden last name. And that's hard to remember. But at the same time, it's hard to forget because the reason why, I don't know if any of you watch Full House, but Jesse Kostopoulos is Uncle Jesse. So everyone, when people say, oh, that's hard to remember, I just go, oh, my name is Jesse Kostopoulos, just like Full House. And everyone goes, oh my gosh, like my first name is Jesslyn, my last name is Kostopoulos. It's easy to remember. So it's not easy to spell though. So easy spelling is a huge one. So if you type in Kostopoulos in a search bar in Google, like my name is never going to show up because I guarantee you're spelling it wrong. I remember for a pep rally at school and the announcer announced me Costa Poo Poo because it was like the biggest joke in school that I know that no one could pronounce my name. So I was just like, shaking my head. So having an easy spelling and an easy to remember name is really, really key because when people go into Google to look you up, you want something that's going to show up right away. They don't have to be like, oh, how do I spell that? Where do I go to spell that? I can't tell you how many times where I am on Instagram and someone will tag Scent Sluts and I go to like share them in my mentions and their name is so hard to type out that I can't even find them and I just give up. And that's not what you want. You want something that someone's like, oh, okay, this is the name. But you also don't want to limit yourself to being like RetroGlow candles. Because at first that's what I was going to do. But then I was limiting myself to just candles and I couldn't do room spray, salts. Like what if I wanted to do like V does pajamas? Like what if I wanted to ever do that? I've kind of limited myself to candles. Okay, so domains and LLC. After you pick your name, the next thing you need to do, because it's really hard to come up with like a witty, unique name. I know we thought about our name for about 2 months. Every time we thought we came up with a good name, we would Google it or put it in Instagram and Facebook, and we would find out very quickly that we weren't as witty as we thought we were. We're like, dang, someone already has that. That stinks. So that was like a big, big blow every time I had like my heart set on a name and then finding out it was already taken or the LLC in my state was already taken. That was a big bummer. But you know what? Things happen for a reason that led me to the name we have now, which is RetroGlow. So once you choose your name, you really need to make sure it's available. So you need to go to your social medias, especially the social medias that you feel like your demographic is going to shop from. So if you know that you have a lot of people on Facebook, that means that you need to make sure you have that domain on your Facebook, that you have that name. Even if you are not ready to actively participate in that page yet, you need to grab it because you can leave it blank. And then you can add in things later once you're to that point to launch your Facebook page or Instagram page. I did this with all my RetroGlow accounts. So I went ahead and I did my Instagram first, but RetroGlow LLC was available. And I was like, no, this is cool. I'll do this one. So I got that. And I actually didn't start posting things probably until like 3 months ago. And I've been almost 9 months into this project. So, and then I grabbed my Facebook, my YouTube. That's if you want to do YouTube, you might not be wanting to. TikTok's really big right now. So if you're planning on doing that, grab your info there. And also your website. So getting the domain for your website is huge. Some people, if they see that your brand is taking off, will actually buy your domain. So right now, if someone wanted to buy retroglow.com, I'm just using my brand as an example, and they see that, oh, look at Jesslyn's doing a lot of good things, but she hasn't bought her domain yet and her domain is still available. They might decide to buy my domain and then charge me $4,000 to buy it from them. So that's why if you know your name, try to buy your domain as soon as possible because people are hustling out there to try to get money from you and it sucks. So get your domain for your website if you can as soon as possible. For my LLC, I actually went through, you can go through your city and state, like down at the government center or courthouse or whatever is down there and grab the proper information that you need. And you can do it there. For me, when I went to the Michigan government website, I was very, very confused and overwhelmed. And this is not, I'm going to be totally honest, like business stuff as far as this, I get very overwhelmed by. So I let my husband handle a lot of that. But we decided to go with ink file. We did pay, but I wanted to make sure we got our tax identification number done correctly. I wanted to make sure there was no other LLCs in my state that were the name of my brand. And then we actually went back and got one for Scent Sluts too. And just to let you guys know, my husband and I actually have a whole ebook that we're launching today, and it has all the links, all the websites to find your LLC, your domains, all this stuff. And I'll share that with you a little bit later. I'm going to go really quick to questions.
Sorry. So you already answered. It was a question about the domain.
Oh, okay.
Really, like, where do you, I know there are different places, but is there a place where you can just not be a part of GoDaddy, not be a part of Shopify, and just purchase your domain name and be done with it?
I see some people shaking their head. So Tiara, do you know a little bit about that? I'll let you answer then.
I purchased mine through Ionos, IONOS. And that's just completely separate. I was able to bring that into my Big Cartel website. And if I want to leave Big Cartel and go to Square, I can take it. If I want to go anywhere, I can take it. So, I mean, I did it. It was 99 cents for the first year and then like $12 a year after that. So that was where I went to.
Nice. Okay, we're just going to hook back over here. So building your brand. So this is finding out your demographic. So what demographic is buying from you? What's making your company drive? So who are you selling to? Almost Design a Person. I don't know if anyone here like watches Project Runway or any of those design shows where they're like, create your person. Like, who's your girl? What are they shopping for? What are they doing? What are they wearing? So are you selling to luxury? Are you selling to more a teenager demographic? Are you doing all natural products, etc.? Things like that. So what makes you unique and sets you apart? And that will fine tune you into the correct demographic that you actually want to sell to. So when you figure out your demographic, where does your demographic like to shop? Do a lot of them like to shop on Instagram? Do a lot of them like to go to Etsy? So that's where you're going to kind of figure that out. A lot of teenagers, maybe Instagram might be somewhere where they see an ad and are like, oh, that looks cool, because they're all up on the Insta and TikToks. There we go. Instagram. Instagram is a very visual platform. So this is a platform you're not going to be able to write a lot of content, tell much about your product, but if you have something visually pleasing, so whether right now, I know what I'm interested is, I love those time-lapse videos. I love watching people making their soaps and cutting their soaps. That is like, oh, I could watch those all day. So I love that. And that's Instagram worthy and TikTok worthy, all up and down. Same for YouTube if you're doing tutorials, or if you just want to do a time-lapse video on YouTube and have people watch it. So yeah, just figuring out where your demographic shops is this one. So building your brand. In our ebook, we talk a lot about this, and choosing your logos, your fonts, your colors. I did a YouTube video with Natalie from Nilla Bean, and she's actually a graphic designer. I just put the YouTube video in there. It's actually a podcast we did, and she explains more into depth on making your logo, what fonts pair well together. There's certain fonts that look better together. Also choosing your color. If you don't know, there's a lot of psychology that goes behind color and font pairing. So colors, especially back in the day when McDonald's were red ensues hunger. So back in the day, a lot of people painted their kitchens red too, and things like that. Red also stands for passion, love, kind of goes for theater too. When we are doing lights, if we're doing a show like Macbeth, we'll shine like a red light on someone to insinuate that they're like evil and things like that. Purples are royalty, and yellows mean vibrance and joy. So, and green technically goes along with all natural products, while blue is more soothing and beachy things. So really think about those colors as well, because colors have a lot of psychology about them. So when you look at something, you won't even realize it. So I've kind of built my color around this pink. There's a really cool website that you can upload an image and it can tell you the exact color of your like image. So I matched all my fonts and colors. And that's also in that YouTube video that I posted below. Okay, the next part is Marketing to get sales. Yes. So when you're marketing, these are the different types of marketing. There's a lot more than this, but your website is a brand of marketing. Word of mouth. I know that's super old school because now everything is social media driven, but word of mouth is going to be your strongest asset. It's harder to retain new customers than keep your current ones. So if you keep keeping your current customers happy, they're going to keep coming back to you and they're going to spread the word to other people. So just keeping those people, even if they come back to you upset about a product, it might just be worth sending them a free one or doing something like that, or throwing something extra in their package because they will cherish that more than you even know. So word of mouth, friends and family, influencers too. So right now we are working on sending influencer boxes out for RetroGlow to just some of my friends. They're not even influencers, but they're people that are very heavily active on Facebook that I know are going to spread the word for me if they like the product. I'm sending them a box of like my wax melts, my rock salts, and my candles and room sprays all in one little box. I'm doing all samples. And then I have a password protected part on my website that they can go and review the products before they're even up on the site. So this is before I'm even selling. Like I haven't launched yet. We're sending out these boxes at the end of this week because reviews, which is the last point here, are so important. Especially now with COVID, people can't smell things in real life. They don't have tangible things in front of them. So I know when I go to Amazon, I'm searching on Amazon, I always look for the thing with the most reviews and the most 5 stars before I buy it. So people just like reading reviews that tell about a product because that's how they're gonna decide if they want it or not. Some quick marketing tips. And I'm gonna refer to these when I show you my website in a second, but people need to see things 3 times before it actually sinks in. I know that's absolutely crazy, but it is so true. Like I'll see billboards and then I'll go somewhere else and I'll see it again and I'll see it again. Then I'll be like, oh, I never noticed that. And then after I've seen it 3 times, I'll start picking up the other times I've seen. I know that sounds really weird. So when I go to my website, I'll show you guys in a second. I make sure to mention things at least 3 times before you get all the way down to the homes, like after you go down the home screen. So for Scent Sluts merch, at the top it says, buy Scent Sluts merch. And then you scroll down a little, it's like, buy your merch here for Scent Sluts. And then down lower, it's like, what is Scent Sluts merch? So I make sure to place it like 3 different ways because people have different visual learning experiences as well. Okay, the next one is the power of a QR code. If you can put a QR code in any of your items, it's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and stop screen share really quick because there's so much I actually want to show you right now. Okay, so for this is just goes all into branding too. I try to streamline, if you guys can see, like, here's my lips, my colors. I did this all on Vistaprint, by the way. I designed everything on Canva. And then I printed on Vistaprint. They did a really nice job, but there's my lips. Now here's my QR code. And if you scan that, it goes right to my website so you can review the product. Because I have a little coupon code. Hey, if you review my product, you get 10% off your next product. So if they open their camera, it'll take them right to their website and they can review right there. So I try to make it as easy as possible. They don't have to go to Google. They don't have to type in anything. And then I have all my like social media links below. Now on my business card, this is the front. There's my lips again. This was on Vistaprint as well. Then on the back, I also put a QR code. Like I told you, I'm like obsessed with these QR codes. This QR code, I didn't have my website up and running at the time. So this QR code actually takes you to our Instagram page so you can just like it right away. So that's what I did for those. I just try to streamline everything. And then if you order Scent Slut merch, this is the card that comes with it. It's a different card. But I also put a QR code and that goes to the Facebook group right there. So I try to streamline that. And then with the branding also, I'm just backtracking for my boxes. I just got regular boxes from Uline. And then I just bought stamps. So this is a stamp. I stamped on my RetroGlow. And then I put a little lips here. So I'm just kind of creating my brand. I did try the lips in the back and it just didn't look right. And you know what's funny is people are saying this is a conversation piece because when it like arrives to the doorstep, they're like, why is there lips on her box? Like, what is going on? So that's kind of cool. I wasn't planning for that, but I guess it looks kind of sexual when it comes to your door. But also I streamlined all my labels and everything, so it all looks the same. And I did my stuff a little bit differently. I was trying to save on money and thinking how I'm very much into time management. I know this is kind of off topic, but I like to think of a way, how can I label all of these without having the scent on it? Okay. So I label all my things and then I put a little dot in the corner of the scent. So meanwhile, me and my husband can just slap these labels on while we're watching TV. And then we just add our little, this is just what we did. This is not what anyone else has to do, but I'm just showing you the same thing for our rock salts. Here's our rock salts. And then we label all our jars beforehand, and then we just put the scent. So we have everything done in bulk. It saves us time. And then we just add the scent little, and the same with our room sprays. So that's just, and you can kind of see the streamline of our branding. So for our rock salts, we have our label right there that says our caution. But if you see my caution label, it says wax melts and rockers, because I wanted to buy them all. I bought them on Black Friday from Vistaprint. So I use the same label in my wax melts as I do my rockers, because I wanted to save time and money. So I could just print off a bunch of those and use them for both products. Plus it's nice when people open their wax melt and they read that, they're like, what's a rocker? So they're like, these are my rockers, my little rock salts. So they'll go to my website and look up what that is if they're interested. I don't know. So back to this one. The other thing is make it as easy as possible for people to buy. So when they go to your website, allowing them to purchase through any credit card, any Apple Pay, anything like that. So whatever's easiest for them, that is always the best option. I have watched so many marketing videos and like creating your Shopify tutorials and stuff. And this is what everyone says. If you can add as many like functions of payment, I guess it's the best, because then people feel like they have options. Also, make sure your website is super, super user friendly. So the more user friendly, the better. So, hey, here, this is what I want you to look at. You click it, it goes right to the options. So sometimes less is more. I always get this is just me. I always get very overwhelmed when I get to a homepage of someone's website and it's like, oh, this is this collection, this collection, this collection, this. I'm like, whoa, I just want to find where your candles are. I don't need a collection. I just want to like search. So I always get very overwhelmed, but that's just me. Okay, so these are the marketing questions that people asked in the group that I wanted to get to and answer. So the first one was, what is some good social media content that we can create that people will be more likely to interact with our page and on our website? So what content does your demographic like? So it took me a while to figure out what the Scent Sluts group actually liked as far as on my Instagram, and I'm still learning that. Why don't you use them to your benefit? Use your demographic and the people that are buying from you. What scents do you want to see? Okay, they know that you're asking for opinions. They're going to give their opinion, because if they're buying from you, they want to get a product that they love. So use them. So what scents do you want to see? Especially if you're on Instagram, you can do things on your story, if you know how, where it says, would you prefer a vanilla scent or lavender scent? You have them choose. So Instagram loves when people are on Instagram longer. So anything like those carousels where the pictures are turning, if you can do anything like that, that keeps them on longer, where they're looking at your product, or anything where it gives them a choice that causes them to engage and click something. I've noticed with the Scent Sluts group, you guys really love, I'm not speaking for everyone, but the people that interact on the Scent Slut Instagram, they like motivational quotes. You guys like stuff that's like about small business, like, hey, we can do this, keep going strong. Like we're strong, entrepreneurs. So I post a lot of stuff like that, because we are strong entrepreneurs, and it just uplifts you in the morning. So that's the kind of content I put on the Scent Sluts page. As far as RetroGlow, I'm not even gonna lie, I've been super slacky. I haven't posted any pictures of my product yet. Actually, tomorrow we're taking our product photography, Anthony and I. So hopefully you guys will see some of that up. Okay, making videos. People love time lapses right now. So that is huge. So Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, if you have a Facebook page right now, the in thing is creating a Facebook page for your company, but also create a VIP group for your company because people like interacting. It's a lot like the Scent Sluts group. People are right, oh my gosh, this scent was great. And you're like, oh, really? And you can write back and forth. It's fun. So yeah, time lapses of your product curing. So if you're pouring wax melts, candles, time lapses or videos of you cutting your soap. Packaging videos. People are so into packaging videos. I was into packaging videos when I was I just like watching people like bulk pack. I don't know. I love that stuff. Going live, having that personal connection. Is your demographic, were they into a lot of, we call it MLM, which is, I don't know if you guys were big into the like LuLaRoe craze or the Thrive craze or any of the people that are selling online live. Like, hey guys, I'm selling LuLaRoe tonight. Or hey, and going live on your Facebook. Who wants to buy this? If you want to buy this, put in code blah, 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 and I'll invoice you later. So is your demographic really into live videos and doing live sales on Facebook?
Hey, so I actually don't go live, but I do a live sale in a post. So I just make a post that says, hey, this is Wax Wednesday and we're selling some wax melts. And then I post comments on that post for each item that I'm selling, and people claim in the comments. And then I invoice them by making a custom link on my website. So by doing it on my website, it captures all of their contact information. So I don't have to track all that down, and it calculates all the taxes and all that good stuff. So it just makes it a lot easier for me.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How it work for you, Loso? I know you're at work, so you might not be able to talk.
Yeah, he's at work. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked for me. That's how I pretty much started before I launched my website. It was pretty much I started the page first, kind of did like photography of everything because we launched in the fall. So we did kind of everything that we needed for the setups and put the word out that we were going live. And once we went live, I mean, we were accepting Cash App, PayPal, Zelle before we had our website, and people were buying as we were showing products. So we sold out on launch night because everything was pretty much made like 6 or 7 of everything. But when people saw everything rolling, I mean, that live sale kind of helps a lot because you can have someone smell the product who's not actually affiliated with you while you're on camera to kind of give a description. And people like the type of stuff.
That's cool.
They hate it. They hate that they're not there to smell it. But somebody else doing it actually helps you out a lot.
Somebody said FOMO kicks in.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
I use FOMO to my advantage in my group every week, every Wednesday.
There you go. I mean, those are just tactics. That's why you need to know where your people are buying from. And it's super important. Another way to get people interested that can help you build, another one was to help you build your email list. A lot of people are saying, how do I build my email list? Is it even good to have an email list? So
Yes.
Absolutely it is. Is email kind of falling to the wayside? Like people don't really use it as much? A lot of my stuff, so when I send out an email in bulk to everyone, a lot of it goes to spam. So sometimes they don't see it. So it can be beneficial, but it also can't be. But I've seen sales. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so this is Mailchimp. It is a free website to use. You can create campaigns. Everything is free in here. So you just press create and you can create something. So I have a couple campaigns going, which campaign just means things going on. So I've collected about 573 subscribers through contests, through giveaways, and through my website so far. This is an email that I created. It was free to do. I created the template right on this website, and it was a flash sale for the merchandise. So I got to create all of this, and anything that you click here will take you right to my website. So you can incorporate this all in. It did take a little time, especially because I was learning, and I can do tutorials on all this stuff at a later time, but I just want to show you. But what's cool about this, the cool thing about it is if I go back to that campaign, oops, let me scroll down again. It's right here. It tells me how many people opened email. So 78 people open, but I only got 7 clicks. So you can see out of how many people I sent this to 537 people, how well it is working. This one did not, like, it didn't go over. So is my stuff going to spam? And when I go to my email, because I have myself on my email list, it does. It goes to spam. So it is good. I've gotten about, let's see, I did another one down here. Off this one, those 7 clicks, 4 of them actually turned into sales. So that was awesome for me. Like, even though only 7 people clicked, I was like, yes, this is awesome. But then I did this one and I didn't get any sales. So it really just kind of depends. This was also after Christmas. You have to think of your time of year. You have to think of, I didn't really change the layout much either. So those are things to think about. Okay, fun other things you can do here. Right now we have a giveaway for Sindarn going on. And if you guys haven't entered, I'll put the link right here. Sindarn is giving away a $100 free credit. So let me just show you what this looks like. You can create this here. So if you're having a contest, and this literally probably took 5 minutes for me to design. I'm not even kidding. If you don't know how to do very much, you can do this very easily. It is so self-explanatory. Connects with Shopify. So when people go to your Shopify account, it'll pop up. Can you guys still see my RetroGlow page right now? So this is my website. So if you click this, this pops up right away. And this coordinates with Mailchimp as well. So if someone puts in their email here, it goes straight to that website. So everything's all together. And that's just by downloading the app. These are my apps. So another really good thing to, I don't want to get ahead of myself because I talk about this, is there's a discount pop-up spin wheel. So people were asking, how do I get people to my website? Because 97% of the people that visit your website do not buy. That's a large percentage, and it is true. So 97% of the people that go to your website don't buy. Okay, so this is another free app. It's called Discount Spin Wheel Exit Pop-up. You see my Mailchimp right here. It coordinates. I also have Pirate Ship. And there's my product reviews, which is another free app. But let's go back to this one. So my discount spin wheel, I have it all set up, and let me show you what it does. This is pretty cool. At the bottom of okay, so there it goes. It pops up. Want a coupon code for today's purchase? So they enter their name, and then it spins the wheel for them, and it gives them a discount code. This gives people the incentive to buy since they're already on your website. They might not use it, and that's fine too. But I know if Kirkland's does this, which is like a home interior store. So look, I would just get 15% off. It says you won 15% off. And then it gives me a coupon code that I can put in at checkout. But now that gives me the incentive, like, oh, I was coming to this site, not expecting to spend any money. And now I got a coupon. So I might want to use it now. For those people that love coupons, me, I'm like, okay, I gotta shop now. Okay, and then on the other thing we were talking about earlier. So remember I said you have to see 3 things 3 times before you like usually buy. So right now I'm gearing towards, right now I haven't launched RetroGlow as far as my merchant or my product line. So right now it's just Scent Sluts. So when you come here, I have shop the new Scent Sluts merch right here. So you can click that and it goes right to that. Then I have as my first slideshow item, hey, Scent Sluts merchandise, then you scroll down and then it's like, oh, shop RetroGlow. Oh, treat yourself, so I try to create different ways. And then if you scroll down even more, it has like items separated, which will change once I get my RetroGlow stuff up. For my Shopify, I actually paid $180 for a custom template. And let me just tell you, it was worth every penny. So I created one that was free, and I created one that was like a custom template, and it has all your programming built in that I could create and do all these colors and extra things that I couldn't do. And I will also link the video for Shopify. I use Shopify, so that's why I talk about it a lot. The video I watched, this guy walks you through how to create it from beginning to end. And I sat on my computer for 6 hours and I created this off of a YouTube video. So that's how I did that.
What's the name of the app you use for reviews?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I was just on that too. So the review app I use is called Product Reviews. And it's absolutely free. So you can see I already have some people writing reviews on items. So if you go at the bottom of your items, it will give people the option to review right here. And then you can actually scroll down to read the reviews, which is really cool. So that's what this and it's free. So, but reviews are huge. Okay, now this last app, I didn't talk about this one either. This is called Reconvert Post Purchase Upsell. That's a long name. This one is a little bit confusing. I'm still figuring out the fine tunings of this one, but the cool option of this one is when people are going to check out, it actually, you can choose an item that you want to upsell them with. So I did like my stickers right now. So that's what my upsell option is. And you can say, hey, 25% off this item if you buy it now. And it gives them a timer of 5 minutes. So it just is an upsell option. This has worked a couple times. I'm still feeling it out. It's kind of confusing. Sorry.
I do have a question. You were talking about sending out your boxes to influencers. Yeah. What is your thought on using PR people?
Like actual
in the future. Huh?
Like actual influencers, or what do you mean by PR? Sorry.
Having people that are your PR people continuously, sending them your new products continuously.
I think that would be great. So what we're doing is we're sending out our first initial boxes, and gosh, hold on, let me pull up I'll show you guys everything I'm doing, Okay, so I created this card. I am a huge fan of Canva. So if no one has Canva or you don't have Canva, even if you just use the free version, get it, but I pay for it and it is worth every penny because
it is worth it.
Yeah, because if you go down here, see, there's my QR code again, of course. You can hit more, and this is if the paid version, you hit QR code, you put that link there and it gives you a QR code. So Canva can do that too. So I'm showing you right now is going to be it's going to be a business card size and it'll be front and back. So I'm sending this through to influencers. I use my friend Susan as a thing, but this gives them instructions of what I want them to do. Enjoy your products throughout the week. Scan the QR code and answer your survey. So here's a QR code. I actually created a survey through Mailchimp right here.
Oh.
So if you guys, I know some people might be like, I don't want to, like, this takes a lot of time. I spend countless hours doing this stuff, but this is what I'm used to doing at my job.
It's worth it.
Yeah. So this says like, what is your first and last name? Did your package arrive safely? And they answer all this. How was the presentation? Like, was the care card, your business card? Like, what did you like? Does it work? I don't like it. It's not my type of style. Because I know my style is not for everyone. And that's totally cool. Did you find the care card helpful? A lot of people don't even read the care card. We all know that. No one knows how to take care of their stuff, even if it's in there, but it just covers our butt. How did you like the packaging? Have you ever used wax melts before? And then I asked them like what scent they got, just random. Would you buy this in the future? So I don't know. And then I give them this code that they can share with friends and family when they put it on their actual website, their social media, to be like, RetroGlow is so cool. Use Susan 10.
Exactly.
So then I can
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep. So then that's
what I mean.
Can you guys still see my screen? So then when I go to my discount codes, I create a SS10 Susan. I can see how many times it's been used. So I know if her people are buying for me, I'm also setting her up with, so I know that I want to send her more product in the future because she's doing a good job at branding my stuff. It's getting sales in, it's going to get word of mouth. And then I also give them their own code. Like I said, thank you. Like, hey, we gave you this free product because we're giving them the initial free product. But if you want to buy more stuff and try it out, here's a coupon code for that. And then also I put this code earns you free product. So if I see Susan is busting her butt and just like made 5 sales, why would I not send her free product again? Like, honestly, why would I not? So that's why it earns them free product at the same time. Does that make sense? I know that's very overwhelming. I just showed you guys so much stuff. Building an email list. This goes a little bit more. So why you want one, social media, following. Oh, the big reason why I personally wanted an email list, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, is because of all the stuff that's going on with Facebook and them starting to block stuff and you can't post a lot of things. And with the current status of the economy and life and everything right now, I don't know what's going to happen to Facebook. Facebook might totally disappear, or they might create a whole new thing. So having an email list, especially for us Scent Sluts, because it's such an awesome community, wherever another platform opens, if Facebook closes, I can at least email you guys and be like, hey, this is our new platform where we're going to try to like have the classes and do the same streamlining. So that's why email list is so important to me, because it also captures your data. So I could see who's opening and looking at stuff, like I said, and if it's working. So ways to create an email list. I went through a lot of this before, but the contest and giveaways, offer exclusive deals, tell them they're entering on a VIP list. And also for that email list, you can also say, hey, if you are on our email list, like this coupon code just went out for you. It's like Facebook isn't getting this, Instagram. So, okay, I did the wheel pop-up. And this is the name of it, the discount spin wheel exit pop-up. And then for the product reviews, the name of the app is just called Product Reviews. And okay, so right now, Anthony and I have an ebook available that we just we just launched. We were up till like 1 a.m. trying to finish it. I'm gonna pull that up just so you guys can see it. Anthony created this, but this is just our cover page, and this is the chapters. So chapter 1 is market research. He does a really good job. He puts like the read time of each page and the table of contents. So it goes over literally our entire journey that we have taken, the steps we have taken, the links we have used, the websites we have used to find all our information, the links I just gave all of you all, like everything is in there. And this is what it outlines. I'm going to show you. Let's go to create on the LLC and insurance side. If you haven't done any of that, or your tax ID number, like Anthony has done a fantastic job, like going into depth of like where to go for your IRS to get your employee ID number. He puts the links in here for you. Why do you need this? So it really, really is great information. I wish, honestly, when we were starting, we had something like that to just start up with, because we were constantly looking around everywhere. So if anyone is interested in that, that is up on the site now.
My biggest thing with marketing is staying consistent. If you're consistently putting out material, consistently putting out products, consistently putting out information, going live, doing all the things that whatever it is that you do, that's going to assist you in the long run more, I think, than anything else. Whatever you do, you just got to keep doing it. You can't change it up every week. You can't do it this week, not next week, and then do it the following week. If you're in front of people, they look for you. There are certain people I go on YouTube and look for videos from, because I know they have good content, and I know I want to see what they have going on. And if they don't have anything, it's kind of a letdown. So if you're consistent, people are going to look, oh, I wonder, does she have a live this week? What is she going to be doing this week? So staying consistent. TikTok is really good, because right now, there is no algorithm, because it's still so new. So you can go viral on TikTok very easily right now. And if you go on TikTok, there's a setting that you can select yourself as. Don't go professional, because that's like you're paying for they want you to pay for advertising. But sign up as a creator, and it's setting that's it's in the settings. If you go in as a creator, they're gonna push your content more. And if you're have a certain niche you want to promote to, you don't have to necessarily say, hey, I'm looking for all pagan people. You don't have to make an announcement. Just get in those groups and push your products. That way you're still going to be in front of everybody, but you're also going to have a focus on your specific niche. It's really good on TikTok right now. Niches, if you want, probably YouTube, I think, is really good for that. And once you build that brand in that market, you're not going to care about anybody else, because you're never going to sell to everybody.
Yep.
So that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, that was great, Janice. I know it's a lot of work.
And it is a lot of work, and unfortunately, it takes a lot of time, but you really get out of it what you put in. If you put in a lot, you'll get a lot more in return. And if you have a niche, use Facebook ads, or use your if you have a good following on IG, use that to create an ad, and ads aren't that expensive, but people make a lot of money for advertising, say on Facebook, because you can market to your specific niche, and those are the people that will see your post. So those are the people that it'll keep coming up on their timeline. And as Jess said, if they see it 3 times, they're going to eventually go to your website. They're going to eventually want to know what it's about because that's something that they're interested in.
Yep. What I would say is for Facebook, for one, throw one out there, and then that analytics on the Facebook, there's an app for it, the Facebook ads thing. It can show you who reacted, where, their age group, their, they're this, they're that. And that was kind of a way on Facebook, which I need to put some, but there's a way to kind of narrow down, okay, these are the ads I want to run on Facebook. These are the ads I want to run on this place because I'm getting this kind of interaction on Facebook, but this kind of interaction on Instagram. So that can kind of help save you some dollars so you're not throwing money in the wind.
Yeah. I also have a question for Loso. Loso, how is your post doing, like your sponsored one?
Oh my God. Let me check. Let's see.
Yes.
Because I saw Kat loved it.
Oh my gosh, I keep seeing it on my feed.
So the algorithm with Facebook and Instagram is it takes roughly about 5 days for it to reach someone. So you at least want to make sure that you run, it takes 5 days to find the right algorithm. So you want to make sure that when you post those things that you're giving yourself enough time. Let's see. My Valentine's Day ad has reached 1,277 people.
Ooh. So yes.
And that has been going since the 8th. So since Friday, that's been going, and we reached 1,200 people. Honestly, spending $5 to $10 in a week, I only spent $10 on an ad. And for that response you get, sometimes it's worth to spend just the $10 just to see what it would do for you, because you can do it where if you can draw attention to your page, or you can go from drawing attention to your page to actually having it where they go visit your website. Because even if they don't buy anything right then and there, there's still people who are now linked into your Facebook and see everything you post.
Awesome, guys. This has been great today. I love the feedback. I just really appreciate you all for being here. It was fun. I hope you guys learned some things, maybe something.
Thank you so much, Jess.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
I'll
thank
hopefully
you.
see everyone later. I appreciate you. Thanks, y'all.
See you.
Bye.